Example program of while loop. Write a program to print the multiplication table of a number entered from the keyboard. In this program, we will enter any number, any integer, and the program will give a table of that integer. Now, let's start the programming. First of all, I'm giving the question of the program in a comment section using two slashes. Program that find the multiplication table of any integer using while loop. First of all, include the header files. After that, main function. Now here we have to declare variables. One variable, that is the integer, for which we have to find the multiplication table. Next one is a variable on which the loop will execute. That is the loop variable. And the third one at which the table result will be displayed. So you can use R for this. First of all, we will ask the user to enter any integer for which he wants to make the multiplication table. That would be stored against n. The clear screen command should be placed over here at the top. Now, after that, the while statement, the while condition, while as we have to measure or calculate the multiplication table, that is usually from 1 to 10. So we will take the variable a, that is the loop variable, ranging from 1 to 10 is equal to 10. Before proceeding, we have to initialize that loop variable before the while loop body. Now, table R that gives the result is equal to the integer which has been entered multiplied by the loop variable. Now we have to print that table. First of all, a the variable. Next, I place the sign, the multiplication sign. Next, the integer for which we have to calculate the multiplication table equal to sign, and lastly the result and else in order to have the next output in a new line. Now we add This is increment of increment operation on the variable, the loop variable we are using. So this is the body of the while statement. Then return 0 and then end. Now first we will compile that. Successfully compiled. Now if I want to make a multiplication table for integer 7, here you can see that this is the multiplication table for integer 7. Once again, if we run the program, now I want to calculate the multiplication table of 23. Here you have the multiplication table of 23. Now, if I explain this, first of all, what we have done, we have taken an integer type variable n, which which we ask the user to enter any integer which will be stored against this integer type variable n. A is the loop variable which is initialized by 1. Always remember that whenever you are using a while loop, you have to initialize the loop variable before starting the while loop, or you cannot initialize the loop variable inside the body of the while loop. It should be outside and before starting the while loop. And R is for the result, which will come after the multiplication of the integer and the loop variable. So loop variable, you can calculate the multiplication table not from 1 to 10. You can calculate it from 1 to 100 and up to any integer for any number of times you want to execute the loop, while loop. You just have to change this condition. So this is a program in C++ to make a multiplication table of any integer using the while loop.